the Garden of Gethsemane, moonlight filtering through ancient olive trees, a clandestine meeting, a kiss, betrayal. Few moments in history resonate with such raw power as the betrayal of Jesus by Judas Iscariot. This single act, immortalized in art and scripture, gave birth to an idiom, the Judas kiss, synonymous with treachery and deceit. Judas, one of Jesus' 12 disciples, identified his master for Roman soldiers with a kiss, a symbol of love and loyalty twisted into an act of ultimate treachery. For 30 pieces of silver, Judas delivered Jesus into the hands of his enemies, sealing his fate. But the story of Judas is not just a biblical parable, it's a chilling reflection of the human capacity for betrayal, a betrayal that continues to echo through the corridors of time. From the battlefield to the boardroom, the sting of betrayal is a constant. It's the trusted friend who reveals a confidence for personal gain, the ambitious politician who stabs a mentor in the back to climb the greasy pole of power, the corporate shark who sacrifices loyalty for profit. Betrayal wears many masks, but its essence remains the same, a violation of trust, a breach of faith that leaves deep scars. The story of Judas serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of trust and the devastating consequences of its violation. It forces us to confront the darkness that resides within the human heart, the potential for deceit and treachery that lurks beneath the surface of even the most seemingly unassuming individuals. The 30 pieces of silver may have changed hands millennia ago, but the price of betrayal remains a constant, a heavy burden of guilt, remorse, and eternal infamy. The year is 1963. A young woman named Katharine Graham finds herself thrust into the maelstrom of Washington, D.C. Her husband, publisher of the Washington Post, has tragically taken his own life, leaving her to navigate a man's world, a world of power, politics, and perilous secrets. Enter Ben Bradley, the Post's charismatic and ambitious editor. He becomes Katharine's confidant, her most trusted advisor in the cutthroat world of journalism. Together they forge a formidable partnership, challenging the highest echelons of power with their pursuit of truth in the Pentagon Papers case. But their bond is not without its shadows. Bradley, driven by his journalistic ambitions, makes a fateful decision. He chooses to publish classified information leaked by Daniel Ellsberg, a former military analyst disillusioned with the Vietnam War. This decision, while momentous for press freedom, comes at a cost. Bradley betrays Katharine's trust, jeopardizing the future of the newspaper and their friendship for a story. The Pentagon Papers case, though a triumph for investigative journalism, exposed the raw underbelly of power and the personal sacrifices demanded in its pursuit. Katharine, though initially furious, ultimately understood Bradley's motivations. Theirs is a complex tale of ambition, loyalty, and the uneasy compromises required in the pursuit of a greater good. It serves as a stark reminder that even the most steadfast alliances can be tested in the crucible of power. Ancient Rome, the Senate floor. Julius Caesar, the all-powerful general, lies bleeding at the foot of a statue of Pompey, his former friend and rival. Standing over him, a group of senators, their togas stained crimson with the blood of betrayal. Among them, his trusted friend, Marcus Junius Brutus. "Et tu, Brute?" Caesar gasps, his voice filled with disbelief and pain. "You too, Brutus?" With those words, Caesar captures the devastating impact of betrayal, the sharp shock of a knife thrust by a trusted hand. Brutus, swayed by whispers of a conspiracy, convinced that Caesar's ambition threatened the Roman Republic, joined the plot against his friend and mentor. The assassination of Julius Caesar is a timeless parable of the intoxicating allure of power and the devastating consequences of its pursuit. Brutus, blinded by his idealism and manipulated by the machinations of more cunning men, sacrificed loyalty and friendship on the altar of ambition. His betrayal, immortalized in Shakespeare's tragic play, serves as a stark warning to anyone who dares to climb the slippery ladder of power. It reminds us that the price of ambition is often steep, paid for in the currency of broken trust, shattered relationships, and the heavy burden of guilt. The year is 1987. The air crackles with ambition and the intoxicating scent of money. On Wall Street, young Jordan Belfort, armed with a hunger for success and a silver tongue, is building an empire. He establishes Stratton Oakmont, a brokerage firm that becomes synonymous with wealth, excess, and rampant fraud. Belfort, a charismatic leader, draws a band of loyal followers, young men and women seduced by his promises of unimaginable riches. He becomes their mentor, their friend, their guide through the labyrinthine world of high finance. But Belfort's empire is built on a foundation of lies, deceit, and the systematic exploitation of others. His loyalty to his employees, his friends, is conditional, a means to an end. He encourages a culture of greed, pushing them to engage in unethical and illegal practices, all the while lining his own pockets with their ill-gotten gains. When the FBI closes in, Belfort doesn't hesitate to betray those who trusted him, turning informant to save himself. Belfort's story is a modern-day morality tale, a cautionary reminder that unchecked ambition and greed can corrupt even the most promising individuals. His betrayal of his employees, his friends, is a stark illustration of the corrosive effects of power and the emptiness of material wealth. Betrayal, like a deep wound, leaves an indelible mark on the human psyche. It shatters trust, erodes faith, and can poison even the strongest of relationships. Whether it's the sting of a friend's deceit, the betrayal of a loved one, or the calculated treachery of a trusted leader, the pain of betrayal cuts deep. It forces us to confront the uncomfortable reality of human fallibility, the potential for darkness that resides within us all. The story of Judas, the ultimate betrayer, serves as a chilling reminder of this potential, a parable for the ages. But the legacy of betrayal is not limited to pain and disillusionment. It also offers valuable lessons about the nature of trust, the importance of discernment, and the resilience of the human spirit. It teaches us to guard our hearts, to choose our confidants wisely, and to forgive even when it hurts. For in the ashes of betrayal, we discover the strength to rebuild, to forge new bonds, and to approach the world with a renewed sense of caution and wisdom.